Participants actively engaged in the sessions, sharing real workplace experiences, discussing challenges, and exploring practical solutions for better service delivery.
Customer service actually is inevitable and it should be rendered the way it should. The problem, to answer to your question, is lack of knowledge. Somehow knowing what to do, perhaps why that service is needed. I think if you know what to do and you know the purpose of that service, you have the right attitude towards it. Thank you, sir.
And I want to also make this point that not just the attitude, what that produces good attitude towards service is humility. If anyone is humble, then it will bring more other qualities like being polite and seeing other people being important too. So when people come to your office and ask for anything, please, it is not all to say, the privilege to be in this office, but we can be lower ourselves and be humble and help this one. When this is done, people will hear about us and they will say, civil service is okay now.
If the good equipment is not there, you are able to render this effective service. And the situation you are in the office, then you don't have the equipment in order for this effective work to be done. How do we do it? The fact that you get to the office, if not the working environment is not friendly at all. Sometimes people can have aggression on people because of this. I'm not saying so. When the workforce is not really giving out those things that will be given to people in order for this effective work to be done, how do we do it?
How can we provide exceptional customer service without interfering with the extra tool in public service and civil service? For example, the customer is looking for information from you, and such information must pass through some processes. For you, and such information must pass through some processes, and it will take time. Now the question is, how can you manage such to avoid time delay?
We know in the civil service, we work based on the directive. When your boss gives you a directive, how do we go about if we derive from?
Let me explain that to you. Okay. So
Cornelia Bassey, Engineer Cornelia Bassey, working in Ministry of Agriculture. I'm an agricultural engineer. Now we are exposed to farmers. I will render tractor services to them. Now I want to ask, how will you be able to carry out your duty? Also, taking care of the selfishness in the mind of men, because they believe, like the services you are rendering to them, that it's all about government-sponsored program. So they felt it's not possible for causes to be incurred. Because now, if you are taking care of somebody's farm or plowing, for instance, you have to deal with diesel, you have to deal with operators allowance and benefits. You have to also take care of the machine, and this incur costs. Now, when you are trying to explain to them that there is need for them to pay a subsidized amount, they begin to say that it's supposed to be free, that we are not helping citizens by making them to improve. In that case, what are you going to do? Because we try to explain to them by taking responsibility to do the needful, but yet they don't seem to understand because there's a mindset they go with that government was supposed to help them with less privilege. Now in that case, now you knowing what is on ground, how are you going to elect them?
I want to commend the chief. This is one of the valuable and the most interesting training I've ever attended. You see, I really appreciate the fact that you are being enlightened on how to take care of customers. Despite we are all civil servants, we understand people come to us, we relate with people every day. But my point here is, we've been enlightened on how to relate, attend, and receive customers. But I want a balance because we know that our customers who are hostile in nature. I want to understand from that perspective, what if a customer who is a little bit hostile comes to you and then display that hostility before you? How do you handle that kind of person? Thank you very much.
I really want to appreciate the presenter for his lecture of the day. I've been able to put down certain things. Some of these are exceptional customer service begins when we treat others the way we want to be treated. And we also talked about what is being expected of us, attitudinal change, and that we need to embrace a new cultural approach. In fact, in my years of service, I have difficulties, in certain areas, some of which is government policies. We could be given something to do, but we need to apply these policies. And when we look through those things, we discover that these policies need to be amended, and we need to draw the attention of superior officers, and also let them know the need for that to be done. So we are now being left with the issues of that we need time. So most of the time wasted is not from us, because they need to also sit down, brainstorm, and also see the need to amend those policies. So in such a situation, they are being left, with the issue of not doing anything. We need to wait. So most of the time wasted is not really from us. Sometimes it's because of the policies. So I want to ask that since this has really posed a challenge in rendering this customer service effectively, and in our own little way, we'll be able to draw the attention of those that matter. What else do we do? Then how can we really do a follow-up so that we can really do our work to arrive at it effectively? Thank you.
Participants described the program as timely, insightful, and impactful. They pledged to apply the knowledge gained to improve interactions with both internal and external clients of the Akwa Ibom State government.
I want to thank the initiative of the organizers. Today, we learned a whole lot of things. We have to change the mentality and we have the reorientation so that we can give out the best to the public who are also looking at the civil service as a place that everything revolves around government. So this morning we came at the instance of an individual that feels he can give back to society, and we organized this event at no cost to train managers in the civil service on efficient service delivery. So first I want to commend him. Everybody has something to give back to society, and this has been demonstrated today. So on efficient service delivery, we are reminded today that as managers, it is our responsibility to establish and sustain goodwill between the members of the public and government. It is a responsibility of every civil servant, whatever cadre. We'll be reminded of that today.
I must say, this seminar, this program has been quite impressive. We have been exposed to a lot of information that will upscale our productivity out there in the field.
So I'm very happy for this seminar. We learned a lot, so I'm very happy to be among the seminar. Thank you very much. And this program has really impacted a very big knowledge in me, and I have learned very much things about how we can attend to a customer both internally and externally. I have been able to gather myself and know what that is obtainable so far as public relations is concerned. So I have learned a lot. I have gained a wider knowledge about what is happening. So I have known this thing that they have taught me, and I have gained knowledge in it. So I have thanked those in concern who have been able to bring all these things to us. I thank them.
As the curtains fall on the 4-day training, the message is clear. Exceptional customer service is not just a skill, it is a mindset. And with initiatives like this, Akwa Ibom State continues to strengthen its commitment to building a responsive, efficient, and citizen focused public service. A service where every citizen matters and every interaction counts.
The impact is raising the consciousness of excellent customer service, raising the consciousness of excellent customer service. I want them to understand that behind the file, behind the person, is a real life involved. When you are treating someone's file, you are impacting the life of that person. Provided you handle someone the way you would love to be handled, provided you treat someone with empathy, provided you know that you are hired to treat someone with utmost respect and dignity, the way you would love to be treated. That is my message. Customer-focused services, development of agricultural discipline, dedicating yourself to others, improving customer satisfaction, and going the extra mile to help. That they should change the mindset. Change the mindset from it is not my duty, it is not my work, it is not my task, to how can I help? I don't have that information. Let me help you. Let me contact this person who can help you. Don't come back repeatedly. I am here to help. My sole purpose and message is change the mindset so that you can deliver exceptional customer service. It starts with the mindset. Are you ready and willing to show empathy? Are you willing and ready to be in a position of help? Are you willing to treat some other person the way you would love to be treated? Are you willing to consider the other person as your own brother, your own sister? Because when we realize that we are one in this day and that we are hired to help others, then we can rise up and help. Dakara Nyango.
At the end of the program, the head of civil service, Mrs. Elsie Peters, was full of gratitude and extended the Akwa Ibom State government's commendation to the organizer of the event, Chief Bassey Edith Okon.